I, in fact, had got to a stage of hopelessness, and I look back now and I must chuckle to myself. I couldn't see any way out.
He sent that message to the company headquarters, who yelled out to me that Sergeant Buick wanted to fire in his position.
I knew that I had guys killed and I couldn't bring them back. As far as I was concerned, my job was then to get out as many as I could.
I left where I was. I left with him by himself, and I don't know whether I ran, crawled or slithered or whatever. I moved 5 or 10 metres over there, and I took the handset from their radio and spoke directly with Bob Buick. I said I wasn't prepared to fire in his position, but then he told me he probably had 12 men left. Anyway, I persisted and declined. I did not make any adjustments at all. He believed I did, but I didn't. But he later reported that the gunfire was falling closely, but suitably.
Stanley had been controlling the 18 guns at Nui Dat continuously for over an hour, and he was calling them in close.
When the platoon was overrun, we knew that we were firing on our own shoulders. Well, you just work harder just to make sure that there's never going to be a mistake.
I was fortunate enough to be able to get Morrie Stanley to bring the guns in so that they were landing around about 50 metres in front of us. And that then effectively took out all the enemy that were giving us a hard time from the front.
The 18 guns were firing over 6 rounds a minute. You do the math.
On average, we were firing probably eight rounds a minute at that point in time, which is 2 rounds above the intense rate.
The artillery falling between 11 and the enemy was the only thing keeping them alive.
The guys knew that D Company was in a very desperate situation. And the only way we could help was to fire as accurately and as quickly as possible.
On 161 battery, they had 2 lightning strikes. One knocked out the telephone switchboard, and the guy on the switchboard was actually knocked unconscious. He was thrown backwards about 6 or 8 feet, knocked unconscious, so we lost all our telephone lines.
And the conditions weren't helping anyone.
At one stage, the toilet was blown to smithereens by a lightning bolt.
And at that point, you know things have really turned to shit.